Google just had their marketing conference yesterday. The data that came out of the Google conference was absolutely mind-blowing. Marketing is moving at such a rapid pace that the only way that we can really grow the high tides rise all ships is to find ways to collaborate.
Yeah.
Well, so I want you to do a test because I have a real belief.
A great test taker.
Going back to in-person versus remote, I want you to take your tool, and we'll talk about it in a little bit, with the AI that does the transcription and pulls everything together, and record an in-person client meeting, and then record a very similar Teams and whatever meeting, and see the difference of how much information actually gets shared. I mean,
we've done it.
Okay, that's great.
Okay, so we did this test.
I know what the answer's got to be.
Our in-person meetings average between 20 and 40 minutes.
Yep.
Our Zoom meetings typically are 30 to 60 minutes. There's so much dead space. They're not productive. We have to have 2 or 3 Zoom meetings for the same 20-minute in-person meeting.
And the detail of what they open up about what their issues are, what they're trying to accomplish, is probably 3 to 4-fold in person.
You hold each other accountable, man. Yeah. I mean, there's no other way to say this, right? The problem with Zoom is that it's hard to hold somebody accountable that is across the country on a TV screen. In a sales department, in marketing, you cannot hold accountability. Is, hey, you make eye contact with me while I'm talking to you because I'm spending my time to share this information with you. You cannot do that over Zoom. You just can't do it. There's no way.
Last week I did old school. I was up we had an annual business review with a client, and then there was one I had met, and I really were hoping to get some business eventually from them, and I just said, hey, I'm going to be up in your area about 30 miles away. He goes, yeah, let's meet. Went to their office. I mean, literally, I asked like 3 questions. I mean, 45 minutes just told me everything about their business.
That's it.
That's the move.
That's it.
And it's like, you don't get that anymore.
Well,
right?
you've seen in Zoom, and you can always tell when it gets a little brighter and their eyes start to kind of drift away from the camera. And it's like, you're multitasking. You're looking at your email right now. Yeah. And that's why you have to have so many Zoom meetings to get the same work done in the 20 minutes. So I have this little trick that I do. It is, maybe there's a marketing conference going on, and I don't know if in these conferences it's always the best place to meet people because it's so busy, right? And so I'll reach out to a bunch of people and I'll say, hey, I'm going to be at this conference, and then I'll post up at this really nice bar, typically a rooftop if I can. If you want to break, would you just want to come pop in and get a cocktail if you want to break? Well, I had no intention of going to the conference until I get 4 or 5 people to say, yes, I'll meet you for this, for cocktails afterwards. And I have a stacked group of meetings because they need a break from the conference. They want to meet in person. No one's willing to meet in person the same way. And it's been a phenomenal way to grow our network